What is going on, YouTube and weight loss warriors? It's your boy C-Dub, and I'm back with another video. And today I want to talk about why do we fail at weight loss, and I'm going to do it right after this. What is going on? If you're new to this channel, my name is C-Dub, and I lost 125 pounds eating just one meal a day, or OMAD, and I'd like to welcome you to the channel. I started this channel to hook you up with tips, tricks, knowledge, and ideas that I learned along the way of my journey to help you out on your journey. I'd like to welcome you. I hope you subscribe and become a weight loss warrior. And to my subscribers, the people that help this channel grow day in and day out and watch my videos, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being a weight loss warrior, and thank you for helping me reach brand new people and help them get to their goals. And boy, is today one of those days when we're going to talk about a topic that's super important, and it can go a lot of different directions. So it's kind of going to be like a tree that I'm just branching out on. I'm not going to do it in, tip 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of format. I'm just going all in on this because I think it's important, and there's a lot of different reasons why we fail. And I think as a group of people, we need to hear these kind of conversations, why it's happening to us. So there's a lot of different things that come into play when we talk about weight loss. And the main thing we have to understand is that our bodies are naturally going to resist against weight loss. And the reason for that is simply that back in the day, we didn't have food. And so any kind of time that we were able to eat an extra amount of food, our body was quick to store that fat so that we would later be able to use it. And now we live in a world where food is on every corner and food is available to us at all times. And so what ends up happening is we overeat on a consistent basis, and that gains weight because our body is storing again. So our body is constantly thinking differently than we are as a society. Our body cannot tell that there's food on every corner. Our body does not understand that we have unlimited access to foods. So it is going to continue to store because it is going into this panic mode. So that makes it very difficult for your body to let go of the weight. Your body really looks at it as being unhealthy. Your body looks at losing weight as a bad thing, not a good thing. So it doesn't want to do it unless it absolutely has to. So you have to, in turn, let your body kind of know, hey, listen, we've got to let go of this weight. And that makes things complicated. But I think the reason that we fail so often is because we look at the weight loss and we say, well, we want to lose weight. But what we're not seeing is that the weight gain or the heaviness that we have on our body is a symptom of us being unhealthy. And it's something that's very controversial to say even today in the world, is that when you are obese, you are unhealthy. And see, because we have this health at every size movement and we have all of these different things that go on, and it makes people say, okay, well, you should love your body and you should, respect other people that are overweight. And listen, this is not a video to bash anyone that's overweight. I'm here to help people that want to not be overweight. And if they want to stay overweight, they can. What I want people to understand is that being overweight is a symptom of our body not functioning at a level that it needs to. So what we have to do is look at, why is our body not functioning? What are we doing to contribute to our body being unhealthy? And that is the important question here. Because if we can fix what we're doing to contribute, then we can ultimately lose the weight. So we don't treat the symptom of weight gain. What we treat is our body being unhealthy. So how do we do that? We got to look at something the world doesn't want you to look at, and that's your hormones. Your ghrelin, your leptin, your insulin. These are the things that aren't working in overweight individuals that are working most of the time in smaller folks. So we've got to fix those hormones first. And we've got to do that and not worry about the scale and not worry about weight loss. And we got to sign up and understand that this journey isn't just going to, I lost weight. That this is a process that takes time. Understand that most of us have spent upwards of 20 years or more gaining the weight, and we expect to lose the weight in some miracle overnight thing for probably reasons that we shouldn't even be worried about. We should, again, focus on getting healthy first. And if we can focus on getting healthy, the rest is going to take its course. So how do we fix our ghrelin, our leptin, and our insulin? Well, it's really quite simple. We got to go without food for periods of time. And this is what the world needs to understand, and they're not getting. And hopefully, in time they will get it. But the ultimate goal here is whenever you eat food, your body turns your food into glycogen, and the glycogen is then used for energy. While your body is turning that food into glycogen, it uses the hormone insulin to do that. And so when the insulin is being done, when the insulin has gone up because it is creating these, these glycogen, what happens is your body stops right there, and all weight loss has to be put aside because number one, you've got to use this glycogen for energy, and number two, it's got to store the glycogen after that. So when it gets through that whole entire process and your insulin levels go back down and it settles, then you can start losing weight. But the problem is, if we're eating at all times, we're constantly changing our body over, and we're making more glycogen, and we're making more opportunities for us to not lose weight, to gain weight. So we need to separate time. And there are people that can eat and get back into the fat burning mode or the fat burning style a little quicker. And so you see that they're able to do it. But most of us that are overweight, our insulin levels are going higher than theirs, and therefore we can't do it. And then the problem is when we separate the amount of time between meals, what happens? Our leptin and our ghrelin hormones start to get fixed. And what are they? They're the hormones that tell you you've had enough to eat, and the hormones that tell you that you are hungry. And those two hormones are hugely important. And if they're not working right, you've got issues, and they will be resistant. You will not get those hormones going right when you're overweight because you're eating too much and you're eating too often. So your body's constantly thinking you're hungry, and your body is constantly going through a process of overeating. So you got to be able to fix those. And the only time you can do that is to not produce the hormones all the time, to take a break again from eating so that you can get to that point. So we live in this world where we feel like we have to eat every single, every 3 hours or every 2 hours, or we have to eat 6 meals and 8 times, and we have to eat breakfast and snack and lunch and snack and dinner and snack. And that's the reason why we're in a world right now that's unhealthy. Our health insurances and everything else are going skyrocketing. And we're sitting here saying, well, this is a problem that our governments should fix in each country, and that we should have this and we should have that. But we can take our health into our own hands by getting the right amount of food put into our body and allowing our bodies a long enough time to break in between those meals, and everything else changes. Everything else will fix itself. Am I talking about intermittent fasting? I absolutely am talking about intermittent fasting. And you can get this going by just taking a 12-hour break from eating, and you're sleeping 8 of those hours. So that should be no problem at all. And just grow that thing until you get to a point where you're fasting for a minimum of 16 hours a day. Preferably, you can get it even farther than that, to the 20 or 23-hour mark, and you can get your body to be able to fix itself. I'm telling you now that there's so much positive that comes when your body gets healthy. It's not only going to make you feel better, it's going to help your mental health. It's going to help your every aspect of your life is going to improve. But you have to understand that you're going to have to be uncomfortable in order to lose this weight. That there are going to be times when it doesn't feel quite right, and that you're going to be a little hungry because your hormones don't work and they're overused and they're overabused, and that you have to be able to reset them. And in order to do that, you're going to have to go through some uncomfortable situations in order to get to the final result, which is going to be great weight loss. So ultimately, I want you to think about weight loss in a way to help yourself from failing. I want you to think of it in a way that's basically like this. Tomorrow, it doesn't matter if the scale moves. It really doesn't matter if it moves tomorrow or next week or next month or whatever, right? The number one thing I have to do is I have to start fixing myself, and I have to get myself healthy. And then as an effect of getting healthy, my weight loss will come with it. That it's not a matter of doing the weight loss first. It's a matter of changing the way that I'm eating so that my hormones can reset and so that I can get healthy. And then because I'm getting healthy, the weight loss will happen. This isn't a calorie issue. It is a hormonal issue. And I truly believe that with all of my heart. And I think that if you take the time to get yourself going in the right way by refraining from eating all of the time, I think great things are going to come out of that. I hope that this makes some sense to you, and I hope that you begin your weight loss journey. If you want to know more about fasting, I have Fasting 101 right here. Click on it, and it'll tell you everything you need to know, and you see it right over there. It's my face. Click on that bad boy and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I'll talk to you on the next one.